So how does a real estate agent become a real estate investor? Real estate agents have to learn what makes something a real estate investing deal. And that's going to be very number centric. You have to realize, what do you want? Because not every property out there that's available for sale should be something that you want to buy. So first of all, what makes something a deal that you want to buy? What makes the numbers worth it to pull the trigger is the second part. Is this even a good deal? Just because it's for sale, just because you can buy it, doesn't mean you should. The third thing you need to learn as a real estate agent is you need to learn how to finance the deal. So many agents say, Courtney, I don't have the money. I don't have $100,000 in the bank. There are so many tools to be able to buy real estate as an investor that most real estate agents don't use on a normal transaction, that aren't even stuff tied to the bank. It could be special loan products that mortgage brokers who aren't with a local small bank have. It could be things like creative finance, where you can learn to make payments to the seller or take over their payments that they already have. If you can learn how to finance a deal, you can then learn how to buy your first investment deal. And then the fourth thing that real estate agents need to learn to become a real estate investor is they need to learn how to manage that property. Because sure, you can find the deal, you can get the money for it, and you can feel like, hey, on paper it's a really good deal, but unless you can manage it after day one, whether that's you managing the tenant yourself or you managing the manager who manages the tenant, you've got to make sure that you keep that property long term. So that includes things like managing the people, but it's also managing, the finances, making sure you're making the payments on the mortgage, that you're putting money aside for if it's vacant and no tenant's paying rent, or if it has a repair. So those are all things that are so important to learning how to become an investor. And so just because you're real estate adjacent as a real estate agent, this is truly a whole separate world. And so you've got to open up Pandora's box and learn for yourself what it takes to become a real estate investor.